Another video. In today's video I will be reviewing this 2022 Nissan Altima. This one is the S trim. That means this is the base trim. There's 5 trims you could choose from, but today I will be reviewing the S trim and showing you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a CVT transmission, and this engine produces 188 horsepower and 180 pound-feet of torque. And the fuel economy numbers on this engine: 28 in the city, 39 highway, and 32 combined. Here is a must-have sticker of this 2022 Altima. If you guys are interested in these tender features this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price on this one is $26,000 with destination. So if you guys are curious about the color is called deep blue, and it does look actually very good on this S trim, and it doesn't even make it feel like this is a base trim. By the way, I just came back from a POV test drive, and that POV test drive video should be out on my channel soon. But anyways, I really love this deep blue. It does look very good. And there's 5 trims to choose from. There is the S, SV, SL, SR, and then the Platinum. The Platinum is the highest trim, and the S is the base trim. And the price on this one is $26,000, as I showed you. But the front looks pretty good. And I actually was very impressed with the way how this Altima S drove nice and solid, and I really enjoyed driving this Altima. I did not expect it to drive this good. Coming to the front, the headlights have a okay look to them. They're nice and slim, and everything right here in the front is halogen. So the high beam, low beam, and turn signal indicators are all halogen. For on something like a Honda Accord base, you'll get everything in the front LED, so, or at least the low beam and turn signal indicators. On this Altima, everything here is halogen. This Altima has the V-Motion grille finished in chrome. The grille itself is not too bad. It has an okay look to it. Almost finished in gloss black. And this Altima S has the emergency braking sensor inside of the Nissan badge. And yeah, overall I think design looks good. There is a good amount of sharp lines here in the front. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this Altima. Here is a side view of this Altima, and the side view looks okay, just like any normal family sedan. And there is a sharp line that starts from the fender, and it goes all the way back to the tail light. And for the door handles, they're finished in chrome. Usually base trims have flat black door handles, but on this Altima they're finished in chrome, so I really like that. And the bottom window trim is finished in chrome. The top is finished in flat black, and this Altima of course have the floating roof design. And for the rims, basically this Altima has steelies, and on those steelies there's some covers, and those covers actually look decent, I'm not gonna lie. And the size of those rims, they are 215/60/16, so a good amount of rubber. And when I drove this thing, it was very comfortable, and I was very impressed, and it did handle very good as well. So I really enjoyed driving this Altima. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this Altima. Here's the back of the sedan, and it doesn't look that bad from the back. By the way, on the mirror there is no blind spot monitoring system or turn signal indicators. And the mirror cap is finished in the same color as this car, so that's good of course. And the tail lights have an okay look to them. Everything right here is halogen, which is expected, but I really wish that Nissan offered some LEDs in this Altima for $26,000. I really wish there was some LEDs. The Nissan logo is a little bit on the smaller side back here. Altima finished in chrome on the left, and here is the backup camera. And yeah, overall design in the back is not too bad. There is some flat black in the bottom, and the reflectors are located in a good spot. But something that I really like is the diffuser. So this Altima has a diffuser. I don't think the Accord and the Camry have diffusers. 100% the Accord does not, but I'm not sure about the Camry. And yeah, overall I think the back looks okay, nothing too crazy. But again, I really wish that there was some LED lights in the front or back for $26,000. I know it is a base trim, but still, for $26,000, I really wish that Nissan added some LED lights. Here is the key of this Altima. It looks okay. Nissan been using this key for a really long time. Nissan logo up top, and it does have 5 buttons on this key: remote start, lock, unlock, trunk release button, and a panic button. And I'm really happy that Nissan added remote start on this base trim. I don't think the Camry has remote start on their base, and the Accord 100% does not have remote start on their base trim. Let's go ahead and open the trunk. Opens a little bit, and then you have to do the rest of the work. There's 3 ways to open the trunk. There is one on the key, one on the trunk itself, and one inside. And inside there is a ton of space, nice and wide, nice and deep, and there is some hooks right here, another one right here. And yeah, the trunk overall, it is nice and spacious. And underneath there is the jack tools, and the spare tire is located underneath. It is a small spare, it's not a full spare, but yeah, seriously impressed with the amount of space in the trunk of this Altima. And by the way, there is a halogen light up there. Here is a door handle. The door handle is finished in chrome, as I said. It does not have a sensor behind it to unlock the car, so to lock and unlock the car you have to click on the spine. For the front door panel, it looks okay. This top portion right here is that synthetic rubber material, so it is nice and soft. The door handle feels nice and solid, so I really like that. There is this fake carbon looking trim. This is plastic. This is actually soft, so I really like that. And then the armrest is nice and padded, wrapped in leather. This is plastic, which is expected. And the window switches, mirror controls, everything looks very cheap. The driver window is automatic up and down, and this is plastic, as I said. And a decent amount of space in the bottom of this door. Speaker. And for the seats, they are very comfortable. I drove this Altima for about 20 minutes and I was impressed with how comfortable the seats were. But it does have manual seats, and I really wish it had power seats for $26,000. But let's go ahead and move inside this Altima and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Nissan Altima S, and honestly, for a base trim, it does look very, very good from the inside. It does have a flat bottom design, and steering wheel looks good. And yeah, overall, I really like the interior of this Altima S. The steering wheel itself, it's not wrapped in leather. It is that synthetic rubber material, and the steering wheel is very, very thin. Anyways, it does have some brushed aluminum on it. Nissan logo is finished in brushed aluminum. And on the left, there is a few buttons to control that 5-inch screen, volume controls, seat buttons, and a back button. And let's go ahead and toggle through that 5-inch screen. There's a good amount of information in this 5-inch screen. Right here on the right is the cruise controls. It doesn't have any adaptive cruise control. The only 2 safety features it has is the emergency braking and lane keeping assist. And behind the steering wheel, there is the wiper control. And on the left is the headlight controls with the turn signal controls. And by the way, right here, there is the voice command and phone controls. And the gauges look not too bad. And yeah, they're very easy to understand and read. There's some brushed aluminum on top of this air vent. Here is the trunk release spine, brightness control, trip reset. And for the screen, it's a 7-inch screen. It doesn't have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so I really wish that this Altima has had it, because the Nissan Sentra, I think, has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the base trim. But anyways, guys, the screen itself, it feels very cheap. Not a big fan of it, and sometimes it's not responsive, so not a big fan of it. But anyways, it does have a backup camera. Backup camera resolution is not really the best, but I'm glad that there's a backup camera. There is a volume knob and a tune knob, and there's some shortcuts underneath the screen. By the way, there is the brightness control button right here. Let's go ahead and actually increase the brightness. Click it one more time. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but yeah, for some reason it's not letting me put the brightness up. Yeah, overall it's an okay looking screen. I think it's a little bit too small for 2022. There's a volume knob and a tune knob. Air vents look good. There is this brushed aluminum. I think the brushed aluminum trim looks good. It adds a nicer look to this interior. The climate controls are very easy to use, manual and 1 zone. And here are the modes, the temperature. And in the bottom there is a good amount of storage place, 1 aux, 1 USB, and a 12 volt. And Here is the engine start stop, located in a very good place. And the shifter looks good. And there's a low gear. And by the way, here is the sport mode, sport button. So you click on it. And the shifter will control the CVT transmission in this Altima. And I have to say, this CVT transmission in this Altima is very good. 2 cup holders, nice and big. There is this brushed aluminum. There is this carbon fiber looking trim, but I really wish it had some brushed aluminum. I think it would have looked good. There's a storage place right here, and the armrest is super soft, wrapped in leather, padded, and there is some stitching in the middle. And inside, there's an okay storage place, but there is no USBs or anything like that. Let me go ahead and show you the glove box. Glove box is nice and big, very light. And up here, the rear view mirror is not too bad. It's not too bulky, or it's not frameless. The bezels are nice and thin, and I'm glad that it's not too big. Anyways, up here there is the glasses holder, and there's some halogen lights, which is expected, of course. This button right here will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And for the visors, they're nice and soft, padded, and there is a good size mirror with a halogen light. Here is a back door, and the back door has the same design as the front, but this top portion right here is plastic. This is plastic, but this right here is actually wrapped in leather, nice and soft. The armrest is nice and soft. Here is the window switch in the back. It does have that carbon fiber looking trim, and the door handle feels nice and solid. An okay storage place in the bottom, speaker, and this is plastic, which is expected. There is a ton of leg room in this Altima, and this is expected in this segment. The seats are nice and comfortable, and there is a good amount of headroom. And inside there is an armrest. The armrest is finished in cloth. Kind of feels like it has that leather feel to it. So basically just like a mix of leather and cloth. 2 cup holders, nice and big. And back here there is nothing. There is no USBs or air vents or 12 volts. And by the way, that's how the front of this Altima looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Nissan Altima. I would like to thank JC and Napoli Nissan here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Altima S. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.